What's up, everyone? Thralls here once again. I am Necrotic Nick.
And I'm Jammin John.
And we have an album review for you. So, Aborted put out a new EP, Grande Mascarade. This came out on April 17th, as well as a lot of other stuff. On Century Media. This band's been around since 1995. They're pretty much one of the most well-known death metal / gore grime bands. This band did originate in Belgium, pretty much started by Sven, but this has a fiercely international flavor, considering there are 3 Americans in the band and 1 Italian. So, it's kind of just an international band. We'll just call it that.
One of my favorite international bands, though.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
This band has 9 full-length albums, and I believe this is their 5th EP. And generally when an EP comes up with this guys, that generally means another full-length is on the way. So, I was actually excited when I heard they were coming out with an EP because...
Right, because it means they're going to come up with a full-length, which I'm more than ready for and more than excited for.
The more Aborted, the merrier.
Yep.
So, since this is only 3 tracks, we're just going to do a track-by-track one. This is also the debut of Harrison Patuto. Hopefully I'm getting your last name right. On guitars, he was the longtime guitarist for Veil of Panath, which you really hear that instantly in terms of its style change as far as lead melodies and leads go here. Gloom and the Art of Tribulation. As soon as you get past the creepy horror intro, because it's Aborted and they love creepy horror intros, and I still try to figure out where they all come from. Very dissonant melodies, like right away.
Yes.
And lots of just really interesting kind of tech metal riffing.
I'd call it that. I'd call it actually kind of robotic at times as far as the tech riffing is concerned. And yeah, it's got a lot more melody and ambience, and there's some tremolo, like there's some things that aren't typically found in Aborted songs, although it's brutal and heavy as balls.
It's unmistakably Aborted.
Yeah, there's no doubt of who you're listening to.
Yeah, mix is really solid. I think this time it sounds like Sven's vocals are a little bit further back in the mix, not by much, but it kind of gives a chance for the music to really come forward, and man, once again, these guys craft some intense tunes with lots of hooks. And one of the cool things about these guys, especially here lately, is, you know, all throughout these blasts and breakdowns and such, they squeeze in more melody and more atmosphere here lately. Like they're taking pointers from, like, Nile or Black Dahlia Murder in terms of just kind of setting the mood a little bit more outside of just the insanely brutal music.
Right. I brought up Nile a couple times. Next, it leads us into Serpent of Depravity, Holy Blast.
Yes.
It just explodes into a blast, and then this like really nasty chug riff that sounds like suffocation, but it's still definitely Aborted.
Yeah, again, that's what I got. Like it's notably kind of more tech forward. Like Aborted's a very technical band anyway, but generally they're just hammering you with just insanely heavy riffs and the occasional little technical moment. This one kind of leads in with a little bit of some technical play, but does not skimp on the brutality at all.
Right.
Ken Badine is a machine.
Badine. Oh, that rhymes. Wonder if that was on purpose.
Badine the Machine.
Is that on purpose?
I like the way this song closes, too. It almost has like a little bit of blackened ambience to it.
Reading my fucking paper.
Those were my notes, too.
Ambience again, but a bit of blackened metal with tremolo.
And then we get into one of our mutual favorites, Funeral Malediction, which we should bring up. That Spotify fucked up.
Yeah, we were jamming it on Spotify, and we got to the last track, and we both kind of looked at each other like, hold up.
This is the same track.
Same song, and so then we went back and played it back and forth, and yeah, it's the same song.
They essentially just looped Gloom and the Art of Tribulation again. It's like, that's the same horror sample, that's the same dissonant riffing. There's no way that maybe they did like a second part.
The solos in the same spot. Like
yeah,
we
it was
were
like no. And then I asked him what the times were. I was like, no, because the times are off in terms of the song length. So we had to look this one up on YouTube. But luckily, we found it, and this is honestly probably my favorite track on here. And it is the most straightforward Aborted song on here.
Sure.
Like, the nuances from the first 2 tracks really aren't there. This one's just about delivering the complete and utter heft that is Aborted.
Sure. A lot of busy drum dynamics, too.
Oh, man.
A lot more than the typical blast. Like, it's still blasted, but it's accented at different counts. So it's pretty neat.
When they originally got Ken Badine on Global Flatline, one of the things that he wanted to bring to the table was more dynamic drum work, and he liked to use cymbal work a lot more. The previous drummer didn't do so as much, so he's always added these cool flourishes, and he really just shows that off on this song.
Breakdown in this song too is a real chugger, but it's got this halftime drum beat that pops underneath it that really brings the heft in.
The footwork is
Yep.
just insane, and it just feels like straight up death metal. Like, it doesn't feel like tech death. It doesn't have like really the grindcore kind of moments they have in there. It just feels like a straight up death metal song. I love the accented parts with the toms.
The floor time accent in the end.
Dude, great stuff.
Yep.
My only complaint, it's not long enough.
Yeah.
It just seems to end when it's like, dude, it's building to something even fucking cooler. I know it.
Yeah, especially this song too, because this song just kind of progresses in cool builds, and you're like, all right, cool, and then it ends, and you're like, no.
One more. But then again, that's kind of the idea of an EP. It's a dick tease. And eventually we're probably going to get a full length, maybe at the end of this year or early next year, and I'm going to be happy as shit.
Yes, me too.
So overall, I know it's a short EP. It's only 3 tracks. It doesn't even clock 12 minutes. But I enjoyed all of it, and I really like the fact that they did squeeze in some new elements, some stuff I really wasn't expecting on here. And Aborted's been on a fucking roll since Global Flatline.
Agreed.
And I think the roll is probably going to continue, so I'm going to give this 4 stars. This was a fun listen, 100% Aborted. If you love Aborted, you're going to love this. If you don't love Aborted, we might not be able to be friends.
That's funny.
I'm kidding, we can be friends.
No, he's not. Yeah, I'm also going to give it 4 stars. I think I'm just a really big Aborted fan. I mean, I'm always excited to see what they bring to the table, and of course this record is no slouch on Aborted being Aborted. And the fact that there are some new elements make me really hopeful for the full length, because it has this more like full, enriching sound that you don't typically get with Aborted either, except for live, when it's just reaching into your soul and just taking whatever it wants.
I don't bring my soul with me to concerts. I mean, honestly, Bathos, the last EP, was a great lead into Terror Vision. So, yeah, my hopes are high, my interest is peaked, and I want more Aborted already.
As a matter of fact, I talked to Stefano this morning, the bassist of Aborted, and he says that they're all greatly missing touring and can't wait to get back out, so...
We'll be there.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we'll 100% be there regardless. So.
Yeah. So, if you like the review, give it a thumbs up, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe, because we do shit like this all the time.
Also, we now have an Instagram, and I know that it's been reported once that if you are a new band and you come to Instagram, shoot us a message and we'll get you reviewed. You know, we're all about helping you guys help yourselves and help us along. It's, you know, we're family, so we kind of want to extend that to you.
We thank you guys very much for watching, and we will catch you later.
Take care.